Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about few more root word of medical terminology, and by understanding these root word, you will be able to easily identify the complete meaning of the terminology. Okay, so we are going to proceed in the very same way. Firstly, I'll explain you the meaning of each and every root word that we have listed down. Along with those meanings, we will also explore their examples, because by looking at their example only you can identify how those root words are utilized and how they are providing the information. Okay, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on the root word part. But prior to that root word, you should know what is prefix, what is suffix, and all the basic stuff. Okay, those who don't know about the root word, let me just give you a small recap. So root word is a word which provides the core meaning of the medical terminology. So you can say almost 90% of information is conveyed with the help of root word only. Okay, and it can be present in the beginning, in the middle, or sometimes it is repetitive also. So don't get confused if you find any root word in the beginning, because most of the time people got confused between the root word and prefix. So whenever there is a root word, it will provide you the information related to body part, organ system, or something like that. Clear? Alright, so let's get started with the first word. The first word for today is the French or pharyngo. French or pharyngo, that is throat. Okay, so whenever there is a terminology related to throat, then in that case you will find the root word as French or pharyngo. For example, pharyngitis. Pharyngitis means throat inflammation. Now here the things are very easy for us. Why? Because we know itis suffix. Right, we know that whenever there is a suffix itis, we discussed it in previous sessions, right? So whenever there is a suffix itis, that means something is in inflammation condition. Then we know pharynx, which is throat. So we can simply find out the actual meaning, that is throat inflammation. Clear? Likewise, if a patient is diagnosed, under the process of diagnosis for throat inflammation, then in that case the device, the instrument, the equipment that doctor will use is pharyngoscope. That will be used to find out the disease, and that inspection of throat is known as pharyngoscope. Means this is a device that is used for the throat inspection. Clear? Next root word is ophthalm, ophthalmo, opt or opto, which is related to eye. Okay, so if there is a discussion related to eye, then in that case you will find the root word as ophthalm, sometime ophthalmo, and sometime opt or opto. Okay, so wherever you will find this slash, that means either it will be present as French only or as a pharyngo. Similarly here as a ophthalm or ophthalmo. Clear? For example, ophthalmology. Matlab, here the thing is, if a study of eye is considered as a ophthalmology. Likewise we have optometrist. Optometrist means eye examiner. So if you went for a eye checkup, then the person that who is checking your eyes, who is examining your eyes, is optometrist. Okay, so I think this is the common term. You might have heard it in eye hospitals or when you go for the eye checkup. So optometrist is the term that is frequently used there. Clear? Now the next root word is Chondr or chondro. Chondr or chondro, which is used for cartilage. So if something is related to cartilage, then in that case you will find the root word as Chondr or chondro. Like chondritis. Chondritis means cartilage inflammation. So if a patient is suffering from inflammation in cartilage, then you will find the actual terminology as chondritis, where itis is a suffix and chondr is a cartilage. Okay, so complete meaning is cartilage inflammation, and that is why I was saying that it provides almost 90% of the information for the terminology. And here if you know about the prefix and suffix, then it is very easy for you to just find out the meaning by looking at the code itself. Then we have chondrocyte. Chondrocyte means cartilage cell. Okay, so if a discussion is related to the cell of cartilage, cyte means cell and chondro is a root word. So in that case you can easily find out the meaning, which is cartilage cell. Next we have cephal or cephalo. Cephal or cephalo, which is mainly used for head. So if you want to note something related to head, then in that case you will use the term you will use the root word, that is cephal or cephalo. Okay, like we have cephalalgia. Cephalalgia means headache. Cephalalgia means headache. Okay, so in medical terminology you will find this keyword for headache, that is cephalalgia. Okay, cephalalgia. Then we have cephalometry. Cephalometry means head measurement. So for any medical reasons, if the doctor perform the measurement of head, then in that case what we will use the terminology as cephalometry. Sorry. For headache we will use cephalalgia, but in case of head measurement we will use the terminology that is cephalometry. Clear? So I think now we are good with these all four these all four prefixes, not prefixes, root word, that is pharynx, ophthalm, chondr and cephal. Now next is crani or cranio, dent or odonto. Okay, so let's see one by one. So cranio or crani, if you found something like crani or cranio, then it is related to skull. For example, craniotomy, which is a skull incision. Okay, so if for any medical circumstances, if doctor perform the incision on the skull, then in that case we will use the you will find the terminology that is craniotomy. Okay, where cranio is a root word which comes with o. Crani is a root word, and otomy is a incision. So incision of a skull is craniotomy. Likewise, if a operation is performed, a surgical procedure is performed to remove that skull for any reason, for any medical reason, then in that case the terminology will be used as craniectomy. Okay, so I think these two terminology example is clear to all of you. Now we will move to the next root word, which is quite popular, I would say, because you might have heard these terminology on a regular basis, that is dent, dento, odont or odonto, which is related to teeth. Okay, so a doctor of tooth treatment is known as or is popular as a dentist. So we might have, like, I'm sure like most of you already know about the meaning of this dentist, right? Then we have odontologia means toothache. Okay, so if a doctor diagnose some pain in the tooth, then in that case the terminology will be utilized as odontologia, which is nothing but a toothache. Clear? So yeah, these are the all root word that we that are listed down for your practice here. Now we all know that we are learning root word on a regular basis. We have learned about so much prefixes, suffixes, but to recall it every time is bit difficult, right? So for that purpose, what I did, like in the every session end, I will ask you one question which will help you to recall the previously learned session. In case if you have any doubt, you can recall, revision it, and you can simply learn the things. Okay, so for today there is one question: what is the meaning of auto or auto, which is a root word? Okay, so you just need to write a short answer in the comment section, so that if someone is not aware of this answer, they can simply refer it from the comment itself. In case if you don't know the answer, you can simply watch the previous session, because there I have explained this thing in a detailed manner, and once you are comfortable with the topic, then you can share your knowledge in the comment section. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Only two things you can keep in your mind, that don't get confused between the root word and prefix, because you can see prefix is also at the beginning, but here we can see the root word is at the beginning. So that is fine, root word can be at the beginning. Okay, the only way through which you can identify the root word is it will provide information related to body part or organ system. Clear?
So yeah, that's all for today. I hope these all things are clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.